Hello, my name is Tumi, and this is my team, and we were together at the Hackathon 2 weeks ago. We made a drone, kind of, sort of, act like a ping pong ball. It's not really like a ping pong ball, but it kind of does the same thing. Anyway, yeah, it was a really fun event. I hope it's going to be held again soon. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. And I want to see more people. It was advertised at the last Javascript meetup, I think, and nowhere else, so maybe that's why. Anyway, Dagný is going to tell us about our brainstorming session, and then we're going to go over the code and see the live demo stuff.
We're actually going to show you a little bit of demonstration how drones can fail.
Yeah. Yeah, so we did not give up, even though we saw that video before. But yeah, so we continued brainstorming, and we were thinking like, oh, well, what should we do with the drone? So we came up with many ideas 2 days before the actual hackathon. And the first idea was to get a live accordionist to come to us and play Mario Bros. Song. And make the drone dance to it. But then we thought, no, maybe that's not such a good idea because it would maybe lag. It would be offbeat because the music is not coming straight from the computer. So we thought of also about making the drone follow a laser, like cats do on YouTube. But then we thought, no, maybe not, because the laser dot is too small, maybe for the computer under the drone to sense it. So then we thought about making the drone follow a cat, but then we thought, no, the other participants could have allergies, so we like, oh no. Okay, so we ended up with the idea about making the drone become a ping pong ball, so it would fly between us. And we thought about ways to do it. We came up with many questions like, oh, how are we going to do it, you know, to make it stop and turn around? And we thought about maybe, at first we thought, oh, maybe the front camera is going to sense red. So we actually brought red painting to the hackathon, and we're going to paint our palms red and be like this, and then the drone would like, oh, and then it turned the other way around. But then we thought it's not necessary to do it that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and instead it would just stop when we would push it. And Tobias is going to tell us more about the technological part of it. Yeah.
Exactly. Let me just get that microphone too.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi. My name is Tobias. Sorry about the voice. I have a little bit of a cough. What I did with the code, we had very primitive code at the hackathon. It was the first time we were programming Node.js. And what I did is I really encapsulated the code a little bit, made it modular, so it could be worked on better. I also fixed the collision detection a little bit. Like Dagný was saying, what we were using before, with the camera and things like that, we didn't actually do that. We went and got the data from the drone about what velocity it would be at. So we could see if you move it to the right, then the velocity would be over, say, 70 or something like that. And that is exactly what I did here too. First, I'm going to show you the wrapper class. It's just a basic class for the drone calling events. It uses promises. If you know how JavaScript works, you can't actually call something out of a module if you don't use promises or something that is similar, maybe events too. Yes. The next thing is the collision. Like I said before, we took the data from the drone and checked for the velocity. So in the checkX function, I actually check if the collision velocity is over the velocity of the drone itself. So if it is, then it will collide and it will send an event back to the drone itself and let it turn around, so it will go in the other direction. You can see in the main drone game module that the event is actually caught here with this event on function. So as you can see here, it will console log, it's just for debugging, and it will play an audio that you will hear later, and it will move the drone to the front. You see, if the type of the collision is back, it will move it to the front, and also if it's front, it will move it to the back. I did the same thing for the other directions, so left and right. It's pretty much the same code. So, yeah. Maybe one thing I want to talk about too. This is a Windows computer, and we're trying to get audio into the computer system itself. We didn't want to load it up in an HTML because we had to run a browser and something like that. So I found something that's called Edge, and it actually lets you connect to .NET, if you know what that is. .NET is a framework for Microsoft that comes with every Windows system. And it takes the objects from .NET and plays the sound for us. So I found that very cool, that you can access a computer through Node.js, even on a Windows computer. Yeah. Are there any questions before we show you the drone? Or? Okay, yep. Shall we do it? Yeah.
What was the hardest thing about getting all this to work? Did you have to configure it, like velocity a lot, or was it just to get the drone started?
I think about when I was going over the code again, it was more the modular encapsulation, because I hadn't used promises before or something like that, so I had to learn that. With the drone collision, what I fixed there was actually that it looks for the axis that it's on right now, so it can't repeat the same collision again, because we had often the problem that it would fly and then it would collide again because the velocity changed. The drones aren't that stable. Okay. Any more questions? Okay.
Yeah. So we are just going to run it, and you can see it's all covered in bandages because it doesn't have time with us.
Exactly.
But yeah. Okay.
Bitte.
Pong. Pong.
Thank you.